Have you ever felt a gentle nudge guiding you in a certain direction? Do you sometimes sense there's more to life than what you can see or touch? These feelings might be signs of an invisible force shaping your spiritual path. In this video, we'll explore the concept of spiritual guidance and how it influences our lives in ways we might not always notice. Let's start by thinking about the unseen influence that many people feel in their lives. This spiritual guidance isn't something you can point to or measure, but its effects can be powerful. It's like a soft whisper that steers us towards certain choices or experiences. Some people describe it as a gut feeling, while others might call it intuition or a sixth sense. This invisible force doesn't shout or demand attention. Instead, it works in subtle ways, often through what we might call coincidences or unexpected events. You might find yourself thinking about an old friend, only to receive a call from them moments later. Or you could stumble upon a book that seems to have all the answers you've been seeking. These moments, when they pile up, can feel like more than just chance. But how do we recognize these signs of spiritual direction in our daily lives? One way is to pay attention to patterns. Do you keep seeing the same number everywhere you look? Or perhaps you notice certain themes popping up in conversations, books, or movies you encounter. These recurring elements might be trying to tell you something. Your gut feelings and intuition play a big role too. That inexplicable sense that you should or shouldn't do something can be a form of spiritual guidance. It's that inner voice that warns you against a seemingly good opportunity or pushes you towards an option that doesn't make logical sense but feels right. Understanding the nature of spiritual energy can help us make sense of these experiences. This energy isn't like electricity or heat that we can measure with instruments. Instead, it's a subtle force that interacts with our thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's the feeling of being in the right place at the right time, or the sudden clarity that comes when making a difficult decision. This spiritual energy affects each person differently, which is why everyone's spiritual path is unique. What feels meaningful and significant to you might not resonate with someone else, and that's okay. Your spiritual journey is about finding what rings true for you personally. As you start to recognize your unique path, you'll likely face obstacles and challenges. These hurdles aren't meant to discourage you, but to help you grow. Maybe you'll doubt yourself or question whether you're interpreting signs correctly, or you might face resistance from others who don't understand your spiritual experiences. These difficulties are normal and can actually strengthen your connection to your spiritual path. To help navigate these challenges and deepen your spiritual growth, there are various tools you can use. Meditation is a powerful practice that can help quiet your mind and make you more receptive to spiritual guidance. Even a few minutes of silent reflection each day can make a big difference. Mindfulness is another valuable tool. By staying present and aware in your daily life, you're more likely to notice the subtle signs and messages that might otherwise pass you by. This doesn't mean you need to analyze every little thing, but rather to remain open and attentive to what's happening around and within you. Self-reflection is also crucial. Taking time to think about your experiences, emotions, and decisions can reveal patterns and insights you might have missed. You could keep a journal, talk with a trusted friend, or simply spend some quiet time pondering your thoughts and feelings. Connecting with nature is another powerful way to tune into spiritual energy. Many people find that spending time outdoors helps them feel more grounded and in touch with something greater than themselves. Whether it's a walk in the park, tending to a garden, or sitting by the ocean, nature can offer a sense of peace and perspective that's hard to find elsewhere. While spiritual growth is a personal journey, community can play an important role. Finding like-minded individuals who are also exploring their spiritual paths can provide support, inspiration, and new perspectives. This doesn't mean you need to join a formal group or follow a specific tradition. It could be as simple as having meaningful conversations with friends who share your interests. Sharing your experiences and insights with others can also deepen your understanding. Sometimes, putting your thoughts into words helps clarify them for yourself. And hearing about others' spiritual journeys can broaden your own perspective and give you new ideas to explore. One of the challenges of following a spiritual path is balancing it with the demands of everyday life. It's not about escaping reality or ignoring practical matters. Instead, the goal is to integrate your spiritual awareness into your daily routine. This might mean bringing a sense of mindfulness to your work, approaching relationships with more compassion, or making decisions based on your deeper values rather than just immediate gains. Finding harmony between your inner spiritual life and outer reality takes practice. It's about recognizing that every aspect of your life can be part of your spiritual journey. Even mundane tasks can become opportunities for growth and awareness when approached with the right mindset. To really make progress on your spiritual path, it's important to take action. This doesn't mean making drastic changes overnight. Small, consistent steps often lead to the most lasting growth. You might start by setting aside a few minutes each day for quiet reflection or meditation. Or you could commit to performing one act of kindness each day, paying attention to how it affects you and others. Reading books on spiritual topics, attending workshops or retreats, or exploring different spiritual practices can also be helpful. The key is to find what resonates with you and make it a regular part of your life. Remember, spirituality isn't about perfection or following strict rules. It's about growing, learning, and becoming more aware. As you continue on your spiritual path, you might notice that your growth has effects beyond just yourself. Your increased awareness and positive actions can create a ripple effect, touching the lives of those around you. You might find that your relationships improve as you become more patient and understanding, or your newfound sense of purpose could inspire others to explore their own spiritual paths. This ripple effect can extend even further, contributing to positive change in the world. As more people become attuned to their spiritual nature, it can lead to greater compassion, cooperation, and care for our planet and all its inhabitants. Your individual journey, therefore, has the potential to make a real difference in the bigger picture. One important aspect of spiritual growth is learning to accept mystery. Not everything on your path will have a clear explanation or fit neatly into logical categories. There will be experiences that you can't fully understand or put into words. This is where faith comes in, not blind belief, but a willingness to trust in something beyond what you can see or prove. Finding peace in the unknown can be challenging, especially if you're used to having answers for everything. But learning to be comfortable with uncertainty can actually be freeing. It allows you to stay open to new possibilities and experiences without needing to control or explain everything. This doesn't mean giving up on understanding or questioning things. It's about finding a balance between seeking knowledge and accepting that some things might always remain mysterious. This attitude can lead to a sense of wonder and awe at the vastness and complexity of the universe and our place in it. As we wrap up our exploration of the spiritual path, let's recap some key points. We've discussed how an invisible force can guide us through life, showing up as intuitions, coincidences, and recurring themes. We've looked at various tools for spiritual growth, including meditation, mindfulness, and connecting with nature. We've also talked about the importance of community, balancing spiritual and practical concerns, and taking concrete actions to deepen our spiritual connection. We've considered how our individual growth can have wider effects, creating positive change in the world around us. And we've touched on the value of embracing mystery and finding peace in the unknown. Remember, your spiritual path is uniquely yours. What works for someone else might not be right for you, and that's perfectly okay. The most important thing is to stay open, curious, and willing to grow. Pay attention to the subtle signs and feelings that guide you. Trust your intuition, but also be willing to question and explore. Don't be discouraged by challenges or setbacks. They're a natural part of the journey and often lead to the most significant growth. And don't feel like you need to have all the answers or reach some final destination. Spiritual growth is an ongoing process, with each step revealing new horizons to explore. As you continue on your path, be patient and kind with yourself. Celebrate small victories and insights. Share your experiences with others if you feel comfortable doing so, but also honor your need for private reflection. Remember that every part of your life can be part of your spiritual journey if you approach it with awareness and openness. The invisible force that guides your spiritual path is always there, whether you're aware of it or not. By tuning into it and working with it, you can live a life that feels more meaningful, purposeful, and fulfilling. You have the power to shape your spiritual journey, and in doing so, to positively impact the world around you. So, as you go forward from here, stay open to the possibilities. Notice the subtle signs and synchronicities in your life. Take time for reflection and inner growth. Connect with others on similar paths. And most importantly, trust in your own unique journey. Your spiritual path is waiting for you to explore it, one step at a time. Remember, this journey isn't about reaching a final destination. It's about growing, learning, and becoming more fully yourself. Each day brings new opportunities for insight and growth. Even the challenges and setbacks you face can be valuable teachers if you approach them with an open mind and heart. As you move forward on your spiritual path, you might find that your perspective on life shifts. Things that once seemed important might lose their appeal, while you gain a deeper appreciation for simple joys and meaningful connections. You might find yourself becoming more compassionate, not just towards others, but also towards yourself. Your relationships might change too. As you become more in tune with your spiritual self, you might naturally attract people who support your growth and share your values. At the same time, you might find it easier to let go of relationships that no longer serve your highest good. Your approach to work and daily responsibilities might also evolve. Instead of seeing these as separate from your spiritual life, you might start to view them as opportunities for practice and growth. Even the most mundane tasks can become meaningful when approached with mindfulness and a sense of purpose. As you continue to explore and deepen your spiritual path, you might discover new aspects of yourself. Talents and interests you never knew you had might come to the surface. You might find yourself drawn to creative pursuits, volunteer work, or other activities that allow you to express your inner self and contribute to the world in meaningful ways. It's important to remember that spiritual growth isn't always comfortable. There might be times when you feel confused, frustrated, or even scared. You might question your beliefs or feel like you're not making progress. These moments of doubt and difficulty are normal and often precede significant breakthroughs. During these challenging times, it can be helpful to return to the basic practices we've discussed: meditation, mindfulness, self-reflection, and connecting with nature. These can provide grounding and perspective when things feel uncertain. Reaching out to supportive friends or mentors can also be valuable. As you progress on your spiritual path, you might find that your definition of success changes. Instead of external achievements, you might start to value inner peace, authentic relationships, and the ability to live in alignment with your values. This shift can bring a profound sense of fulfillment and contentment. Remember that your spiritual journey is ongoing. There's always more to learn, explore, and experience. Stay curious and open to new ideas and perspectives. At the same time, trust your own inner wisdom. You have an innate ability to discern what's true and right for you. As we conclude this exploration of the spiritual path, take a moment to reflect on your own journey. Where are you right now? What signs or guidance have you noticed in your life? What steps can you take to deepen your connection to your spiritual self? Remember, there's no rush and no competition on this path. You're exactly where you need to be right now. Trust in the process and in your own ability to grow and evolve. The invisible force that guides your spiritual path is always with you, supporting and encouraging you every step of the way. So, as you move forward from here, carry with you the awareness of this guiding force. Stay open to its subtle messages and nudges. Trust in your own inner wisdom. And most of all, enjoy the journey. Your spiritual path is a precious gift, offering endless opportunities for growth, discovery, and deep fulfillment. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the spiritual path. May your journey be filled with insight, growth, and joy. Remember, you are always supported and guided, even when you can't see or feel it. Trust in your path, and it will lead you to exactly where you need to be.